We have queued up the next individual on the Paul Rodriguez Show. Ladies and gentlemen, the man slamming his opponents in the cage circle. The man who is running Camp Gladiator on a daily basis. Everybody, please welcome in the best beard I've seen in weeks, Mr. Micah Franks, everybody. Micah, how's it going, bud?
Hey, what's up, man? How's it going, brother?
Hey,
Everything's good.
It's groovy, bro. It's groovy. Where the hell are you at?
I'm at my brother's house, man. I'm in the man cave, bro.
I
I'm
saw
in the
that.
man cave.
I saw that neon. I'm like, dude, is he at the bar or is he at the gym? I couldn't tell.
Yeah, I'm at my brother's house, man. What's up?
How you living, man? How you feeling?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm doing pretty good. Life's good. Business is going well. I'm healthy. My kids are good. I can't complain, man. I can't complain. How are you?
I'm doing well. Also, it's been a grind. It's we're kind of doing the 9 to 5 during the day and then doing the Paul Rodriguez Show in the evening. But I couldn't be doing it without my producer James Santa Cruz here in the building. I'm pretty sure he'll have something to say soon.
What's up, Micah?
So let's get into this UFC 260. Before we get into the main event, what's the highlight fight on the main card for you going into UFC 260?
I mean, I'll probably have to say the main event, man.
Yeah.
Ngannou, that dude's got some sledgehammers in his hands, man. And I think last time, he didn't pull it off, but I think that man can knock out anybody on any given night. So don't sleep on that dude because it could be real quick.
What is the game plan for a guy with that such strong of a punching power going into guys who can eat those bombs in Stipe round for round, which he did in the first match, but going into it, what does he have to be a little bit different? Is it going to have to be a change in technique as far as like maybe taking Stipe to the ground, or is it going to be just playing his game and just looking for that shot and that opening to take out Stipe?
I mean, obviously anybody who's got power in their hands like that can knock out anybody, and they're just trying to get their hands on them. But yeah, it would definitely be wise for him to maybe fake like he's going to do some wrestling. I know that's not a big part of his game, but if he's at least got the dude worried about it, then that's just one more thing he's got to think about. And so when he slings that leather around, you might just catch him because homeboy's thinking about something else. So it's definitely good to diversify your game. If you're a striker, to also have someone worried about other things so that the strikes are that much more of a surprise, because obviously we know he's going to throw those bombs. So what is he going to do to hide those bombs? That's the question.
Now you gave everybody your pick already, kind of with your lead into that conversation. But what does Stipe have to do? Like, does Stipe have to change his game and be, I don't know, like more fundamental, or does Stipe need to be just play his game? It's kind of curious because it seems like this new fight on Saturday is just going to be, they're just going to run it back to when they fought in 2019, I believe. Or is Stipe going to have to just totally change up his game plan and attack for this new fight?
I mean, I think if he's wise, he will. You know what I mean? If he comes out there doing the exact same thing he did last time, it's probably gonna be a little different fight. I imagine that Ngannou is going to change some things up. So I mean, just plain and simple, man. Like you got to come back in and always be a little bit better than you were the last time, because I'm pretty sure the other guy is going to be. That said, I think Stipe is a very well-rounded fighter.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen that by watching the other people that he's fought. So he's not no simp. He's not no layover, obviously. But I think if he does what he does and he mixes it up and he just takes it wherever the fight goes, because I mean, I think he's a pretty well-rounded individual and he's a very good striker. You know what I mean? And he can take a good shot. So I think that he just does his thing and does it well and does it better than he did last time. I think he can still maybe even edge it out and beat him again. But like I said, I think like I said, it's only a matter of if that homeboy can get his hands on him real good, because he could put his lights out. But
That's, you talk about Ngannou like connecting with Stipe's face.
Right.
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 Just send them into orbit like he did Blades and
Oh man, or like he did Alistair, bro. He
yeah.
almost knocked that dude's head off.
That was
Boom.
that was literally like from a movie. When I watched that highlight, I think like 2 days ago, and I never knew that fight kind of existed. But when I watched it back, I'm like, it's like I'm watching like Michael B. Jordan and that dude from the first Creed movie just literally knock him out clean with saliva flying everywhere.
Oh yeah, I mean it was a beautiful thing. Just he thought his head was gonna come off. It was a
Total
beautiful knock.
collapse. Now, Micah, you've had your time in the square in the cage circle. I don't know if they were octagons when you fought. I was a little under the weather. I had a little too many.
Octagon.
Okay, my fault.
Well, I think technically the octagon is like UFC's like it's kind of like a trademark thing.
Oh,
You know what I mean? So the octagon itself, that 8-sided figure, that's the UFC's ring. Most other organizations, they'll have some other shape. It might be a circle, it might be a hexagon, it might be a square ring, but the octagon, that's UFC's.
So taking your experience that you had fighting, what's it like when you watch a fight currently today? Like, do you see yourself, like, do you kind of put yourself in like a first person point of view whenever you're like cheering for a certain fighter, or are you seeing it more like from a fan's point of view?
I mean, probably a little bit of both.
Okay.
Probably a little bit of both. I definitely, I sit there and the person that I want to win, I'm definitely watching them probably a little bit more, and I kind of know what they like to do, and I expect them to maybe do this or that. But I mean, really, I'm watching it from the same angle that everybody else is, being a spectator of it. But I'd be lying if I said I didn't expect some things to happen sometimes, or just knowing the fighter's tendency, think that they're going to do this or that. Yeah, I don't know if I answered that question.
Sorry. Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, this exactly did. So, what about that? What about that O'Malley fight? That O'Malley and is it Luke? Are you not feeling that one, or what do you think about O'Malley?
O'Malley, he's an interesting fighter, man. I actually really didn't like him all that much when he first came up on the scene, just because he's so weird and he's a little cocky. Like,
yeah,
I'm not big on the super cocky guys, man. Like, I don't know, man. As a fighter, as someone who's gotten in there, like, I feel like it's like one of the hardest things just to get in there, man. To train for it, to put the hours in. Like, I feel like the last thing that anybody should do should be like just a dickhead of a fighter, man, and just the kind of cocky ones. I mean, he's not as bad as some. He's not like a Conor McGregor or anything. But anyways, but as I've watched him over the years, like he's legit, man. Like he's a good fighter, man. He's weird. He's rangy. He's got weirdness to him, and it works for him. So I mean, I've kind of become more of a fan. But I just like to see a good fight. The last fight he had, where he messed up his foot real bad and stepped on his foot the way that he did, I'm interested to see if he still got the mobility that he normally has, because that's part of his game, the way he moves around and how elusive that he is. So that'll be interesting to see. Yeah, because that wasn't that long ago. I don't think it was all that long ago that he messed up his foot.
Yeah, I think it was like 6 months ago is really when he had that. When I wonder if it was a result of the low kicks he was kind of delivering that made his foot mess up, but it could be anything. Maybe he had an injury going into the fight. But I want to know also, Tyron Woodley is coming back, and I think he's like the second fight to the main card. We got producer James over here throwing his thumbs down. What a jerk! What are your thoughts about Woodley moving forward, kind of making a return?
I mean, I like Woodley. I think he's a decent fighter. Again, he's a humble dude. He's not one of these cocky dickhead kind of fighters. So I mean, I like him in that regard.
Yeah, you can curse on this show, Micah. It's okay. You don't got to be PC.
All right, cool. But I think I don't know, man. I mean, his last fight. I mean, he fought the George Burns guy or whatever, that Brazilian dude who came up a weight class, and dude handled him, bro. I think maybe he didn't give him as much respect as he should have. I think they were like training partners or something. But anyways, like I've seen him not in his best form, I guess, lately, which is kind of like bad, I guess you could say. But I mean, I think, like most fighters, I think he still probably has a lot in the tank. I think he's still got some fights left in him. I think on any given night, man, he could win because he's good. He's good. He's a great wrestler. He's very, very well rounded. If he's on and firing on any given night, I mean, I think he can contend with pretty much anyone in his weight class.
Did you see him?
But
Did you see him at the I don't know if it was an event or what, but he looks completely shredded. He looks like he looked like 8 or 9 years ago. And I don't know if that's
really,
just I mean, he looks really fit going into this new fight. So, I mean, he's an older fighter too, like for UFC standards, but I'm really excited to kind of see him get back into the octagon moving forward. But let's go ahead and let's put the shine now on Camp Gladiator. What you're doing right now. Talk to the people about Camp Gladiator and give us your pitch to sell me, Micah. I need to get in shape, so sell me.
all right. So Camp Gladiator, we started out as an outdoor fitness company. Started in Dallas. The lady that actually started the company, the reason the Gladiator's even in the name, she actually went on that show American Gladiators that we used to all watch growing up. Yeah, she went on that show. Some of her friends and family members took her to try out the day of her wedding. She went up there with the veil on her head, and she was like, "Hey, I'm getting married today. Can we please cut the line?" And they let her cut the line. Well, they ended up calling her back on the show. She won the show. After the show, she took that money, knowing that, like, this was like kind of a gift from God. She had no intention of ever even going on the show, and she wanted to do something, and she started Camp Gladiator.
So she was a contestant.
Yeah,
she wasn't like one of the. She wasn't the Gladiators.
2000, no. Oh. She was a contestant. She won it in 2008.
Wow.
When Hulk Hogan was the
Hulkster brother.
Yeah, hey brother. Yeah, he was the host of the show. And so anyways, she won the show. She started Camp Gladiator up in Dallas, and she moved to Austin. Well, she left the business in the hands of a very able trainer that she had met. And then she moved to Austin and kind of kept it going. Well, this is about 12 years later. We have over 1,000 trainers all over the nation. We provide a product to adults of all fitness levels, and people who are members have unlimited access to all of our locations. They can work out as much as they want. In our community, like just right here in Lockhart, there's 3 trainers. We have classes every single morning, every single evening. We have virtual classes starting from 3:30 in the morning all the way till 9 at night. We have over about 600 or 700 virtual trainers running, and people can just simply check in, get the workout they need. They're connected to a trainer who is trying to help them reach their goals, help keep them accountable. And that's something that you don't get at a lot of gyms or with a lot of other fitness programs. You get the membership, but that's it. You know what I mean? Like if you go to the gym, they don't call you unless you don't pay your bill. And then if you have a trainer, you're usually paying hundreds of dollars a month, if not more, just to have that trainer. Where here, you have the benefit of having a personal trainer, although we do meet in a group setting, but you still have that personal trainer who's programming your workouts, who's helping you outside of the workouts with your nutrition, with whatever it is that, you struggle with to help you reach your goal. So the accountability is there that most people don't have, the programming that most people aren't going to have, and the community that most people don't have. Most people want to be a part of something awesome. And in our company, or with our fitness program, you're a part of a community of like-minded people just trying to get fit, and you're not doing it alone.
Micah, who the hell is getting up at 3:30 to work out?
Dude, there's some crazy people, bro.
Not me.
I know. Believe me, I know. I wouldn't get up that early. It's crazy. But the biggest thing is because we have people who are training from all over the nation in different time zones. So, another time zone's 5 a.m.
Oh, that makes sense.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Is our 3:30 or is our 3 a.m. or whatever. And that's simply it. We have people on different sides of the coast and different sides of the nation who are running camps. And so hey, people get up and go to work pretty darn early, man. I know some people that I meet them and I'm like, hey, you can come work out with me in the morning. They're like, nah, I'm on the road already at 4 a.m. Like,
Jesus.
damn. Like, you need to get a new job.
Producer James.
Yeah. What's up, Micah? No, I was just wondering, what motivates Micah Franks to, want to be a Camp Gladiator coach and, want to help the community and help people, get in shape and stay fit. What motivates you to do that?
I guess probably one of the biggest things for me is purpose. I am a Christian. I grew up, my dad's a preacher. My grandfather's a preacher. My oldest two brothers are ministers. My sister's minister, well, they're ordained anyway. My oldest brother, he's actually the chaplain at TCU. So that's kind of cool.
Hey, that's your that's your brother?
Huh? Yeah, my brother Chauncey Franks. He's
real?
the chaplain at TCU. Yeah, he came up with the whole like Fellowship of Christian Athletes stuff, and he did all that kind of stuff over the years. And now he's basically the chaplain / a coach at TCU, which is really cool.
Shout out Chauncey. Shout out Chauncey.
Yeah, right. No, but so for me, like I said, a lot of it has come to purpose. And I played sports all my life. When I got out of high school, I went to college, played baseball, played a couple years. Excuse me, got a burp over here. Ended up, I guess you could say, dropping out of school when I had my first son to help raise my boy. That's when I got into MMA. And I mean, I've just had coaches all my life who pushed me to do better and to be my best. And I really enjoyed the mentorship and just having the encouragement and somebody to help me along the way. And it was actually my MMA coach who told me, like, hey, man, like, you're really good with people. You're very fit. You like to do this kind of stuff. Like, why don't you become a trainer? So my jiu-jitsu instructor, also one of my striking coaches, his name's King Webb from Luling MMA. He was actually the one that put the training bug in my ear. And so I went to school for it. I didn't want to just like get online and get a certification. I went to school for it. I went to trade school and got out and been doing it for almost the better part of 11 years now. And I mean, I can't tell you how many times over these years where I've gotten those phone calls or texts or just those conversations I've had with people where their life has been changed. They were maybe on the verge of having another heart attack, or maybe they were diabetic and then they're no longer diabetic. Or I have one lady, her name is Nina. She's worked out with me. She's almost hit 700 workouts. She's been with me for 7 years already. She's about mid 70s. And I mean, if you ask her, why do you work out? She's like, I just don't want to die. So for me, man, it's helping people live longer. It's helping people be their best. You know what I mean? Like I said, training and MMA and doing all this stuff and pushing myself to do stuff I would never have done otherwise, and just being able to pull so much out of myself that it took someone coaching me to do it and someone encouraging me, because I never would have probably tried to do it on my own. And just feeling the awesomeness of that, man, of achieving something great and doing something that's really, really tough. I love to help coach people in that process and be a part of that, and knowing that, man, whatever we just did I know it's making them feel awesome, because, you know, you can, there's the school of thought of, oh, if you think great thoughts and you do these things, you're going to feel great. And I think it's kind of bullshit. Like, when you're achieving awesome things, you're going to feel fucking awesome. And I'm helping people do things they never thought they could do. And that's pretty amazing. So,
Micah, thank you very much. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know you got things going on. Busy man. But before we let you go, I always like to ask my guests this question. If there's one thing you want to tell the world, you have a world platform right now, what is one thing you would like to tell those individuals?
Man, I would say find your purpose. For me, like I said, it's serving. And a lot of that comes from my Christian background. I believe I'm here and that everything I've ever been through was to help make someone else's life better. So 1, find your purpose. 2, get around people who believe in you and your purpose and want to see you thrive and move forward towards your purpose. and just love people, man. Show grace to people, smile at people, help people when you can, and yeah, make the world a better place.
Ladies and gentlemen, the man who I thought, Micah, I thought I was going to pull more out of you, man. You've done such a great job. Thank you very much for coming on tonight. How can people find you to get and join Camp Gladiator?
I'm on Facebook, Micah Franks. I'm on Instagram as Trainer Micah, and also on Snapchat. I don't even know my Snap handle. But yeah, I'm out there, man. Micah Franks, look me up, Google me, something. I'm here. You know, I'm easy to find.
We have your Instagram right there underneath your face right now. So everybody, if you want to get in shape, if you want to change your life, if you're looking for a new direction, if you want a man to help you find your purpose, go seek out Micah Franks. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much, Micah. Man,
thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me on, man.
Our pleasure, man. Thank you so much.
Good. God bless.
God bless, man. Thank you. Man,
Peace out, man.